Welcome to Shawnee Grows, where we learn as we grow. Thank you for being here tonight. Merry Christmas, if you celebrate that. Tonight's topic is holiday gardening traditions around the world with a little plant parade. We're just going to speak about what do you see during this time of year in your home for decor. And then we'll see what we talk about after that if we're still around. Team replay, if you're watching this on the replay, what are your holiday plants? Tell us in the comments below. Let's see who is live with us in the chat. We have Crazy Life Homestead. How's it going? Tell us about your weather and how your Christmas was if you're celebrating. Dave Knight says, ho ho, it's above freezing. It is so warm, I feel like. Our predicted forecast for this weekend is going to be in the 40s, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, but then it will dip down after that and be real winter after that. But still, we might get rain in December instead of snow, right? We have Mushroom Mark. Thank you for being with us. Waving hand, hello. Storms, Radios, and Cats, hey, hey. Welcome to this. We're going to speak about some plants, like always, right? Miss Sharon, wonderful to see you. Merry Christmas. How's your weather? So I just have a few little articles, and it has pictures of plants, and we're just going to talk about them if you recognize them, and I'm going to speak about maybe some facts about them, and then we're just going to talk about whatever after that. Crazy Life Homestead, weather is 51 and should be slight rain here in Kentucky. 51 is nice. You don't even need a heavy coat for that, you know, light jacket. So I know that a lot of these are pretty common, and some of these are maybe not so common. So let's present our first plant. So this is called mistletoe. Most of us know what mistletoe is. In Scandinavian countries, it's not just about the kisses under the mistletoe. In Norse mythology, mistletoe symbolizes peace, love, fertility. It's often hung in doorways. It's believed to bring good luck and health to everyone who passes beneath it. Let me know if you have mistletoe around during your holiday season. This is talking about rosemary, which I've never thought of rosemary as a holiday plant, but this story says during the Middle Ages, people would spread rosemary on the floor during the holiday season, and people, walked about it, and the smell of it with its crushed leaves would fill the house. It was supposed to ward off evil spirits, invite only good into the home, which is fitting for the holiday season. Miss Sharon says, nice weather today, 56. Wow. Storm says, same here in central Kentucky about the weather. Thank you for sharing out the links, Miss Sharon. We got to support each other. Okay, poinsettias are common in Mexico and the United States for decorating homes and churches during Christmas. They create beautiful floral arrangements. You might see these paired with lights during posadas in Mexico, which is a 9-day celebration leading up to Christmas. It's known as Flower of the Holy Night. So if you're putting this in your home, remember that they thrive in bright, indirect light and they love warmth. Be sure to keep them away from cold drafts or they'll lose their vibrant color. I think they're poisonous to pets as well, but I'm not sure. I didn't write down what's poisonous and what's not, but always keep that in mind when you're having plants in your house and if you have pets. Oh, here we go. Crazy Life Homestead. Thank you. I was just talking about that. Yeah, okay. Facts. They are poisonous to pets. Warning. Okay, holly and ivy. In ancient times, holly was believed to ward off evil spirits, and that's why you often see it hanging above doorways. Well, that sounds familiar. In UK, it was a big deal. It was a symbol of protection and good fortune. It's used in wreaths and garlands and table centerpieces. Yes, all right, we have mushroom mark too. They are poison. Warning. So that's holly and ivy. Thank you for sharing out Dave Knight's channel. Amaryllis, which is on my list of plants to try growing. I've seen where they have the bulbs in the house, and I've never done that, and I want to try that. Its name is from a love-struck maiden in Greek mythology, desperately in love with the handsome and cold-hearted Altio. Oh, she pierced her heart with a golden arrow to gain his attention. Ladies, we know that's not how this works. She visited his cottage daily. As she walked to his home, drops of blood fell to the path. On the 13th day, beautiful scarlet flowers had bloomed along the path. With the flowers' beauty, Alto was enamored by Amaryllis's heart was healed. Okay. Has anybody ever put amaryllis in their house? I would like to, most definitely. Crazy Life Homestead, my grandmother grew them in the house, amaryllis. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I think that'd be fun. Where do y'all buy your amaryllis bulbs? We have our classic Christmas tree here. So it goes back to the 16th century Germany, where families would bring evergreen trees into their homes as symbols of eternal life. Over the years, the tradition spread worldwide, and today families decorate trees with lights, ornaments, and of course, tinsel. Fun fact: while Christmas tree is most often associated with fir trees, some countries like the UK, people use pine, spruce, and even yew trees. YEW is what that says. I have a tree. It's going outside tomorrow. Okay. When we talk about different parts of the world, here we go. Crazy Life Homestead, eternal life, but the tree in the house died. We're going to possibly decorate our tree once it goes outside with some fruit and seeds. And then we use it all year round to start a fire. Like you take a branch, start a fire, put some in the garden, that kind of thing. Holiday plants from different parts of the world. We have Kwanzaa. People who celebrate Kwanzaa in the U.S., which is an African American culture, from December 26th to New Year's Day, use corn as one of the 7 symbols of the holiday, and they represent children as the future. In Mexico, there is a radish display, which I'm going to show later on. In Ukraine, they have wheat during the winter holidays. Children look for the Christmas star in the evening. When they find it, the head of the household brings out a sheaf of wheat to symbolize abundance and a good harvest. In China, we're going to see some pictures of what they do with apples later on. Crazy Life Homestead says, we used to put them outside and hang fruit from branches for the birds. Lovely. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So I've seen popcorn and stuff done, but whenever we put popcorn out, nothing eats it. They don't really like it. Well, see, did you see squirrels actually eat popcorn, or did it just get soggy? Mushroom Mark. Because I know the bird seed and fruit gets messed with. Or like apple pieces for sure, orange and apple pieces. But I feel like the popcorn just goes soggy before anybody takes it. In Venezuela, they speak about the Christmas orchid. Beautiful pink flowers. Popular. They don't have pictures on this one, so we'll just read about it. I think that's the end. Okay, here is the radish I was speaking of. So it's a Christmas tradition, the Night of the Radishes, celebrated in the region on December 23rd. Radishes are carved and arranged into very impressive displays. Check that out, guys. South Florida sunshine. Hey, 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 Merry Christmas. We're just talking about Christmas-related plants, and then we'll talk about whatever after that. Good to see you here. Let's see. In South America, we're looking at colored berries of the Brazilian pepper tree. They make a nice cluster, it looks like. This plant we call Easter cactus. It blooms at Christmas in South America. This Venezuelan Christmas orchid blooms for the holidays. I bet you that smells like it has a scent to it, you know? Crazy Life Homestead says, my ancestry is Irish, Norwegian, and Finnish. So what plants from your ancestry is incorporated in your holiday decor? Thank you for sharing. Oh, what did I miss? Mushroom Mark. Kind of like gingerbread houses. South Florida Sunshine says Night of the Sausages, it looks like on my phone. It does look sausagey. It's the daikon radish, right? The very oblong ones. Asia has this heavenly bamboo blooming. I can't believe that that's bamboo. What? Hmm. Oh, okay. It says it's not bamboo at all, but a shrub. Okay. There's a scarlet fruit, red winter leaves. Chrysanthemums are popular in seasons in Japan. Here's the apple. Okay, you see how it's got a picture on it? So it's apples stamped with seasonal messages are common Christmas Eve gifts in China. Apple wrapped in colored paper and then stamped with a seasonal message because the word Christmas Eve translated as Night of Peace in Mandarin sounds like the word apple. I don't know. This looks like it lives somewhere warm for sure. This says Christmas palm in the tropical regions of Asia. Has a stocky trunk and relatively short fronds. It's like a dwarf royal palm. Bears bright red fruit at Christmas. Originally from the Philippines and Malaysia, this palm is now grown throughout the tropics. Interesting. Newfound Drone Productions, welcome to the Merry Christmas Plant Parade. We're talking about plants during the holidays. Tell us what you have around your parts this time of year. South Florida Sunshine says, that's here. We have Christmas palms. No way. Wonderful. Okay, we have Africa talking about a hydrangea in a pot. I'm reading to see what the specially prepared in order to bloom at Christmas versus May. Okay, interesting. This is funny looking. This is called Christmas bells. Are bulbs native to South Africa. Crazy Life Homestead, lots of customs. Danish customs would put candles in the Christmas tree. Now we use lights for safety. Yes. Tell me more stories. South Florida Sunshine says, oh, and thank you for sharing my link, Miss Sharon. That's right. Do I know anything about butterfly pea plants? So I have never grown them. But a lot of people say how pretty they are. And we can look them up and read about them. And anyone in the chat, if you want to talk about butterfly pea plants, do you have a question, Newfound Drone Productions? I believe people make a tea out of them, and I think they might not be able to be eaten by certain animals. That might make them sick. That's all I know. Off the top of my head, that's all I got. But no, I don't know much about butterfly pea plants. South Florida Sunshine says, right, so glad we have LED lights. Candles on a pine tree equals one heck of a fire starter. They go up super quick. Yeah. Yep. Christmas bells, Christmas berry. They're cool. Australia has this tree, the Norfolk Island pine. They get pretty big. And the needles form in like a certain shape. That's interesting. Newfound Drum Productions. I drink the tea, but I never grew them. Oh, okay. Is that the tea where if you add lemon to it, it turns a different color when it starts out? Newfound Drum Productions says, I was just wondering what they grow like. Are they hardy? Yeah, we can look it up. They're a pea plant, so they can't have frost down to a certain temperature. You'll have to plant them every year. South Florida Sunshine says we have the butterfly pea as a regular in South Florida. Tea turns a different color when you add lemon. There you go. I don't remember what zonage Newfound Drum Productions is around in. Yes, it is. They are vines. I try not to grow anything that is toxic to animals, Miss Sharon says. Right. Yeah, I don't think Is it goats aren't supposed to eat them? South Florida Sunshine says, I think the butterfly pea is safe. Sweet pea is dangerous. Oh, is that the difference? Richard Kuhn, hello. South Africa summer and my veg garden is flowering. Wonderful. It's so good to see you here. We're just talking about holiday plants around the world. Newfound Drone Productions. I'm growing in Zone 5A. Okay. Gear, Gryden 19, welcome to the plant parade. Marigolds for every season, every day, he says. And yeah, yes, okay, Newfoundland, Canada. Right. Gotcha. Okay, so it's called butterfly pea. We'll have to add that to my browser here and we'll get to it. Butterfly pea. Okay, back to Australia here. This is really pretty. It says the Australian Christmas tree, Jarrah tree, I believe. It's not a conifer, but a broadleaf tree. It's a parasitic tree. It steals most of its water and minerals from nearby plants. Frothy spikes of orange-yellow flowers just in time for the holidays. This is a Christmas bush in Australia. Let's see. Blooms at Christmas time. In New Zealand, this is what they have listed, New Zealand Christmas tree. Broadleaf tree with feathery red flowers at Christmas time. Okay. So a lot of the times in Germany, they talk about Adventskranz. Not sure if I'm saying that right. It's an Advent wreath made of evergreen branches with 4 candles, one for each Sunday leading up to Christmas. The wreath is a symbol of eternal life and hope. Each candle represents a different theme: hope, peace, joy, and love. So there's that. So that would go on your table, right? What do we got here? Australian finger lime is the coolest citrus grown in Australia. Should we open another tab for that? Australian finger lime? Coolest. Got it. South Florida Sunshine. I have the seeds for butterfly pea, but have not dropped them, and of course have to find what organizer I put them into. I hear ya. Oh, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Merry Christmas. Welcome to our little holiday plant parade. We're just talking about different plants you see during Christmas time or the holiday around this time of the year in your home, where they came from, why they're there. And then if we get talking about some other kind of plant or subject, that's cool too. We're just here to hang out. And yes, Merry Christmas. So I have the Christmas cactus. Most of us know what that looks like. It's native to the rainforests of Brazil. They have different ones that bloom at different times, like a Thanksgiving, a Christmas, and an Easter. I feel like they're trickier to take care of for me in my personal experience. Mike says, I'm making banana bread, so in and out. Gotcha. You make that bread. I have to ask if it's like multiple mini loaves or if it's one loaf pan, if you don't mind me asking. South Florida Sunshine says, Mike's Merry Christmas. Storms, Raiders and Cats says, nice shirt. Thank you for asking and saying and seeing it. Here is my shirt. We're going to see how well it does. It's a prototype. What do you guys think? Okay, so where should we go first? We should probably go to the butterfly pea. Okay, what did we want to ask? If it comes back every year? It can be a perennial where temperatures Okay, so it's an annual when your temperature goes below 60, which it definitely goes below 60 degrees Fahrenheit in Zone 5 Canada land. So you would plant it every year. And it's a climbing vine, like South Florida Sunshine said, Carol. So it needs trellising. So is this where you harvest the flowers? Or no? The flower is the tea, right? Does it make a pea? Do you eat the pea? I don't know. I forgot what you wanted to know about it. What was your question? Ask it again. Okay, what does this say? Newfound Drone Productions. You know what I got for Christmas from my sister? Sourdough starter. No way. I hope you use it to make sourdough pancakes and bread if you want bread. I have a whole book I just got about ways to use sourdough. You can make anything. Buns, muffins, pizza crust, all the things. South Florida Sunshine says, of course, that is just like me. When I organize, I go all in, Storms. Thank you. Yes. At some point, we can offer them possibly to buy if we nail down that we like the way, like the size of the design on the shirt and the colors and the informations. Mike says, I'm going to make 2 large cake pans instead of loaves. Okay, so cake pan as in 9 by 13 or 8 by 8? Lots of yeses, but I don't know what say yes to. I have part of a Thanksgiving cactus that's 40 years old. What? I've never been able to take care of one long enough to see it bloom twice. I have one right now, but it's not here, and we'll see if it lives. You harvest the flower for tea. Okay. Sorry. I wanted to know if you grew it to see how easy it is to grow. Yeah, no, I don't. So you would have to plant it after your first frost and have trellising for it. And then, okay, is it poisonous? I don't remember if you have any animals. Newfound Drone Productions. I thought someone said it was toxic to, like, maybe I'll just ask goats. That was goats. It says it's not. Must have been a different pea. I don't know what I'm thinking of. I don't know. And it's not on my grow list to try and grow because it's just not. I'd rather have shelling peas if I'm going to grow a pea. But I am interested in tea gardens, but I've never had butterfly pea tea to know if I want it. And then, okay, you let the pea pods mature. Those are your seeds for your next plant to grow more pea flowers. Got it. You do love sourdough bread? Right on. What about sourdough pretzels? Sourdough cinnamon rolls? 2 9 by 13s? What are you going to do with all that banana bread, Mike? You having a sale? I feel like that's a lot. I have part. The rest died. Yeah, I don't have faith that I'm going to keep mine alive. You have a dog named Maya. I said it wasn't poisonous to animals, but you do your own research, everybody, okay? Okay? Oh, we got to show this other thing that we brought up. Called Australian finger lime. It's very strange. But imagine it tastes like a lime. It's just oblong, you know? When the guts are hanging out right there, like that looks kind of different, right? Radio Jonesy on tour. Hello. We went on a plant tour. Parade? What did I call it? Holiday plant parade. What do you see in your house this time of year? What's significant to your environment where you live that blooms during Christmas or these like 2 weeks, either before or after this time? We were discussing the history on some of why these plants are used during the times of year in certain countries. And we kind of went over everything already. Poinsettias, holly, mistletoe, the cactus, Christmas trees, and then those apples and the radish carving thing, and there's all kinds of stuff. You don't eat the blue butterfly pea. Okay, so there's different colors. South Florida sunshine. Sweet peas are toxic. They are cut flowers. Is that what I'm thinking of? Is the I bet you're right. You know stuff. Sweet peas. Did you want to come up, Carol? Or I mean, I know we have responsibilities tomorrow, so yeah, this looks like I'll show the sweet pea here. Or in Storms, Radios and Cats if you want to hang out too. I'll put the link out. Yeah, okay. These are pretty. I could see how they're in bouquets. Definitely. Let's see here. Things are moving and grooving. I have to go back to the button here. Okay, I wanted to ask what can't, is it everything then can't eat sweet peas? Like all animals? Yeah, humans, horses, sheep, cattle, pigs, poultry, monkeys, elephants. Okay, we solved the mystery. We got it. Okay, don't eat the pea, just the flower. See, I can't have that in my garden. I'm gonna get confused. I tried the crackers. There was crackers? Oh, sourdough crackers. Yes, the discard crackers. I've done that a couple times. So what was your seasonings? Like I did one batch that was the everything bagel seasoning, and then I've done like a garlic chive parmesan one. So what was your blend? And will you do it again? And I haven't mastered it yet. I was supposed to let my dough sit in the fridge, I'm pretty sure, and I didn't, so I need to try it again. You have a Christmas plant thingy that's unalive. Wah, wah. Now it's just compost to feed the next plant. Mike's gonna freeze one because you were trying to use it bananas. Well, I get it. I like it. The thing that I think about when uh, oh, are you ready? We have a visitor at the door, everybody, for our Merry Christmas plant parade. It's South Florida sunshine.
Ding dong, ding dong. Hey,
Oh, have some lights on your shirt. Nice.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It says I'm
I'm
fine,
fine.
and then it's got all the tangled lights.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Gotcha. When I see bananas going to the ripe land, it's good to freeze them for
Yeah,
smoothies,
right.
Mike, if you're a smoothie
Or
person.
pancakes too. They're
So
good
I
for.
like that you're doing something with them. I honestly, at one point, I just composted. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Slice for breakfast for me and wife all week. That's a good idea. Newfound
Mhm.
drone. So you can put it on ice cream. They pop in your mouth with little balls of lime juice. Oh,
Yeah,
the Australian finger lime or whatever.
yeah. We grow them here. They pop right out of their skins, like all the
You
little
have them?
pulp.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
They look
have the. I need one of them, but
okay.
you have that daughter that she has citrus
But you
allergy.
can't
So
have it in your yard, right?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm.
Radio
Oh,
Jonesy talks about a Tim Tam tree. Let me look that up. I don't think we saw
heard
that
of
on our plant
them?
tour.
Yeah, but I found out banana bread was actually created during the Depression. It was,
Tell us
so they could
more.
use up those bananas, yeah,
Okay.
turn it into a food.
Is this really what a Tim Tam tree is? I don't
I'd
know.
like
I'll
to
share it
see.
and he's gonna tell me.
Everybody loves them. Let's see.
This? Radio
That's a
Jonesy?
decorated Tim Tam.
I don't know if that's correct. Stop screen.
Oops, I'm like, hi.
Oh, are you too close? I'm gonna,
My 13-inch.
um,
Trying to see that picture on StreamYard.
okay, they're called not only finger limes, they're also called caviar
Yeah,
limes.
yeah, because of the way they all pop out. It all pops out of
There's
the
another
lime.
lime that's delicious, but I can't recall the other name than
Canepa. They
okay.
call them canepa
Oh,
in
Spanish.
Spanish. But it's got a bigger seed inside, and you kind of just suck off the citrus on it. So it's a really interesting fruit, but they eat them like a snack down here, and a lot of the Colombian people like grew up with them, and so you'll see people even on the corners when they're in season selling bags of them at lights because it's like a
Hmm.
common snack food. No,
Gear,
it's not key lime.
how was your Merry Christmas, Gear? How was your meal?
I'll look it up.
Okay, Newfound Drum Production says, "You and Howie inspire me to grow. Keep up the channel. You're doing amazing." Well, thank you. It is so encouraging to hear that because, yes, I would like everyone to grow every day in every way and learn as you grow.
Yeah,
Richard, our streets are
canepas are
planted.
also called Spanish limes.
Oh, Spanish lime. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, our streets are planted full of jacaranda trees. This time of year, the trees are flowering and the masses of purple flowers look beautiful. Do they have a smell to them then? Let's type that in.
They're also called mamecillos, the lime I'm talking about.
Oh, wow. Is this really what they look like? Okay, let me get a picture. Hold on.
We have those Norfolk pines. Some guy actually planted those, Radio Jonesy, right underneath the eaves of his roof here in Florida, and they
Oh,
still
have a good
flourish.
night,
Yeah.
Mushroom Mark.
And
Yes,
I,
get to work in the morning and all that.
yeah, I gotta take Hannah tomorrow, but
I
I
gotta
won't.
pull up this tree. Yeah, she does work tomorrow?
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
believe that. Those responsibilities.
Look at the color
Ooh.
on that thing.
Oh, it's jacaranda. Yeah, we have jacaranda trees. They call them
And
Tim Tam?
no, this was somebody else. This was Richard.
Oh,
Says
okay.
our streets are planted full of jacaranda trees. This time of year, the trees are flowering, and the masses of purple
Yes,
flowers look beautiful. So then they
they're
all these petals fall to
gorgeous.
the ground, right? And then the ground's purple.
Yeah, a little bit. That's like
Yeah.
what I think that's kind of Photoshop, but it's beautiful.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely beautiful.
Check that out.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous
You can have
flower.
one for $160.
I probably could have one for less. I just gotta find somebody who's growing one and
Don't use this.
snip
Don't
snip.
use this site.
Oh yeah,
Duncan.
Buddha hands are cool, Mike.
Hello,
Okay.
Duncan. Oh, is your cat Sweet Pea, right?
Aw.
Just salt. I'm plain, but the chive garlic sounds good. Yeah, on the crackers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I should make some. I've got hydrangeas here in Tasmania.
They're
Ooh.
beautiful. I can't grow them here. I don't know why, but
Too hot?
I think that's it. I think it's because it's too hot. It's also our ground doesn't have any really acid in it. It's not an acidic soil,
So Radio Jonesy, is it
but
the
it's too
bush
hot.
kind or the tree kind? It has like a trunk and a flower, or is it the bush? And then Mike, you already have a ton of bananas frozen. I see. It's okay if you compost them. Do the squirrels want to eat some bananas? Radio Jonesy says, "Flower power, brilliant NSW Christmas bush, putting on a magnificent show of color in the bushland along the east coast of Australia. The stunning evergreen native. Yes, all around here. Norfolk pines. We saw a picture, and their needles do funny like shapes
Yeah, they
on
do
the.
weird stuff, but they
Okay.
also grow really crazy here. And
Wonder if the Christmas bush was on our show over here. Did we look at that?
oh, I missed a little
I bet
bit.
you it was this one. Radio Jonesy, you tell me if you're still here.
Yeah, Richard, they do make a mess.
Was it this?
It's
Christmas
pretty.
bush.
It's very pretty.
Oh, okay, stop. There we go. Gear says, can't wait to use my $25 Walmart gift card on some discounted Christmas wrapping stuff tomorrow. Oh, you're going tomorrow, eh?
More power to you, Gare.
Lilac. Yeah, that tree. Richard says, yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So beautiful, but makes a mess. Does it? Yeah, right. Does
Mm-hmm.
it stain? I bet the petals might, if they get crushed, do they stain stuff or no?
The jacaranda?
Yeah,
No, I've never seen them
it
stain.
doesn't? Okay.
Oh, mm-mm. That's my plumeria tree or frangipani. It makes a mess too. Right now, it's dropping all its leaves because it's going into dormancy.
Okay.
They're so weird looking when they don't have anything on them. They're just like
Squirrels.
stumpy sticks. They're just
Yeah,
so
right.
strange. But when they're in full bloom, they're gorgeous. They're Hawaiian tree too. You make leis out of them.
So for our future gardening chats in January, I know that we're going to discuss the hunger gap. I don't know if I have any more ideas wrote down. Probably New Year gardening goals we'll talk about. Um, I don't think there's anything in the description of this live, but check it out anyways and see if there's anything in there.
Oh, you gonna talk to Alexis about it, or what was it? Trying to think what um, our friend
Oh, her
we all
name.
talked to. Yeah, mine's Alexis, but uh,
I never asked again. I forgot.
yeah, but uh, Maureen's calls hers an A name too.
I don't remember what she said.
I know I can't remember it either, but it's an A name also. So weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike's squirrel loved it. I've got that video on my phone somewhere. It ate up a banana. It just sat up there in the tree and just munched down on the little mini banana. But they were like perfectly ripe right off the tree. Like I had just had to cut down the rack because they were like all ripening on
Oh,
the rack,
yeah.
and the squirrels were around, so they probably wanted one anyway.
So this book's fun. It's a world of
Oh,
cookies for Santa. It literally goes through. I can't show all of it because I think that's against the rules, but it'll show you the place and the cookie. See that?
oh, I love it. Yeah.
So it'll tell you the name. Um, well, I don't know how to pronounce that page, so I'm not even going to try. But you could Google the name and maybe make different cookies
Well,
in your holiday time, free time.
hey,
Your
garden
squirrels are
prepping. I
spoiled.
came in. Mine are spoiled. They don't.
Oh, there it is. Garden
Yeah.
prepping. I found you. I was looking all over.
Hey.
We just were talking about we had a little plant parade for global plants that are in bloom this time of year that might be specific to your holiday. And so if you want to share any names, I could look them up.
Hey, Jason.
J3GS Farm is awake. Hello. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry
What kind of
Christmas.
plants do you got around for the holidays, sir? How was your holiday today? Is it quiet yet there in your house?
Right? I
Is
know.
it quiet?
When you have family, yeah.
That's kind of the nice thing about having it at someone else's house because you leave. Maybe you're a person that needs to
Right.
have quiet. You leave and then your house is quiet. Where if everyone comes to your house, it's there
Yeah.
for
And then you just play that song from Diva's channel. You should
yes,
go, you should go, you should go.
yes.
That's
Just
hilarious.
keep putting it on and see if they
Yeah,
figure it out, right?
right. Or you just go in the kitchen, start cleaning the dishes and singing it.
Just nonchalantly, like
Yeah,
humming it and
nonchalantly.
then saying the words, and then the kids are
Yeah.
singing along. Mike says, I want Russian tea cake, also called snowballs, aka Mexican wedding cookies, nut balls, etc., etc. That
Yeah.
was on my list to make from my cookie book, and I did not get to it.
That's what I make every year. That is one cookie I do not do, and I do
Mm.
it with pecans instead of walnuts.
I was gonna say, what's the nut of choice? I've heard
Pecan.
almonds are okay too. So,
Mhm.
Mike, what's your nut?
I blend them pretty good so they just melt in your mouth, like, when you eat them. Like,
Oh,
maybe little pieces of pecans are in there, but it's usually, like, pecan dust and You gotta
Yeah.
stop it right before it goes into a pecan butter when you're blending them, chopping them.
It would turn into a butter, yeah.
Yeah,
Good
so you
point.
gotta stop it right before, but oh my gosh, yeah. That's like one from childhood. I love it.
Plants that I have, I don't go crazy right now, and since I had kids, I guess. I don't
Right.
care to over decorate. Now, I really would like that home at some point with garland and
Yeah.
holly and ivy and mistletoe. I don't like poinsettias, okay? I don't.
Yeah, we were given one, otherwise I don't buy them. The sad thing about Christmas, like American Christmas tradition, well, like what we do here in America, it comes from other countries. Poinsettia is toxic to animals. So is the one that you just mentioned that we all kiss under.
Mistletoe?
Mhm. Yep, it's
Mm.
toxic. Like, a lot of them are toxic
I
to
think they all
animals.
are, yeah.
Yeah.
You use sunflower seeds. That sounds like a wonderful flavor combination because I love sunflower seeds.
Mhm. Yep.
No plants. We celebrated last night. I kick everyone out, spend time with the other grandparents.
Oh,
Nice
nice.
system.
Very nice.
Your wife developed the nut allergy,
Oh,
so
that's
you have to participate. It's okay, yeah.
yeah. Shawnee and Maureen are big sunflower. They like sun butter too. I can't
Yeah.
do it. I just can't. But I would if I couldn't do tree nuts. I'd probably develop a taste for it. I just
And then
I like
yeah.
sunflower seeds like dry roasted, but
Okay.
as a butter, maybe dry roasted then made into a butter, I might like it.
I have to put them in a salad. I love them on, like, a topping
Oh
for a
yeah.
salad. That's a
Mhm.
good thing for me.
Yep. I use them instead of croutons on salad. I do that.
Does anyone wanna talk about any more Christmassy things or well, let's see. Storm says sunflowers are my favorite flower. No way. Garden prepping. Our national flower is amazing. Represents going through hard times and coming out stronger. The proti? King proti? Okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like in bloom right now. Let's see here.
You eat them on salad too, Mike? Yeah, they're good on salad. Now I want sunflower seeds on salad.
Sunflower crunched salad.
Mhm.
Whoa, is that the size of the flower? What?
I'm curious. Oh, that's
Okay.
beautiful.
So there
I
was a
think
person holding one, but now
I
it
think
doesn't
I've
show me.
seen them dried. Did they dry
Looking
them for
for
bouquets?
this isn't giving me any good stuff here.
No,
Go
it
back.
says fabulous is not so fabulous. So South Africa have beetles that make noise all the time. Cicada. Christmas beetles. Oh yeah, we have the cicadas too. Oh heck no. Flying ants that are up to 2 inches long.
Did you say flying ants?
Yeah, I'm reading Richards. He was saying about, he says the more northern parts of South Africa have beetles that make noise all the time. I knew exactly what he meant as soon as he said it. As a kid, I knew them as Christmas beetles. Real name is cicada beetles. Flying ants are up to 2 inches long.
Well, we have cicadas here.
Yeah, we have cicadas. Oh, you guys
Yeah.
have them too. That's right.
Is it the same cicada?
Probably.
Okay. My kids love getting their molt
Right.
off the trees and collecting
Mhm.
them and then
Right.
showing them to me.
Yes, we used to have them all over our screens when we had a screened-in pool growing up down here. They would just leave
It
their
costs
mold.
a lot more than peanuts, Mike's. Yeah, I believe
Mhm.
that. Yeah, they're huge. They
Yeah.
bloom after they've been through fires. They're a fire-tolerant flower.
Wild.
Fascinating. Pro T. Crazy Life Home
Right?
said, "Do the flying ants move furniture? Why, you want some?
Mm.
You
If
gonna
they
hire
eat
some?"
yeah, if they eat wood furniture, then they're not ants. That's a whole different problem you have.
Garden Peppering is
Termites.
saying hi to Richard. Cicadas are great for bass fishing. Okay, good to know. The molts are fun to throw on people afraid of, but well,
No.
gear.
It sounds
God's
like
desire for
a boy
me.
thing.
Welcome. We had a holiday plant tour. We're just sharing what plants you keep around during this time of year or what is in bloom around you this time of year, if that's an option. And then maybe we talked about some cookies and whatever right now.
Right.
Just hanging
Mhm.
out. I don't know if I have any time at all the rest of the weekend, so right now we have time. That's why we're
Right.
here.
That's true because we're going into New Year's after this and prepping for that.
I have a family member's birthday that I need to decorate for tomorrow and get Christmas out of here and all of that. And then, yeah, New Year's Eve party.
Mine's staying till after New Year's so I can enjoy it. Also, I need to go through.
Oh,
We pulled down a lot of the boxes that are Christmas, and I need to go through and see if I can start shushing them away. Woof, woof. You must
blooming
go.
onion sounds good. You want to eat a blooming onion, Gare? Yes, thank you for sharing the links. Miss Sharon is amazing. It says not connected. Oh, now there. Are you
Mm.
ready?
What?
We have Storms, Radios, and Cats with us tonight. Welcome.
Yay!
Hi.
Yay! It's connected.
Okay, a lemon ginger scone instead of cookie. So was it easier to make than or scones easier than a cookie to make? I don't think I've made scones. Do you make it in one thing and then cut them?
Yeah.
Where a cookie
Make
is
it
like
you make it
okay,
like a big biscuit and then you can cut it into like pie shapes. That's how I always used to make scones
a
and then you
biscuit and cut it into pie
like a
shapes.
large
Okay.
biscuit. The dough
Okay.
is kind of biscuity and then you cut it
Okay.
like a pie, but
Yeah.
with a pastry cutter. Not wait, it's not pastry cutter, scraper. Sorry, pastry
Oh,
scraper.
bench scraper. I love
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thing. I
me
use it
too.
constantly for
I
all
love
of the
mine.
things.
Yeah, I love
We
mine.
have the kitties here. Everyone say hi.
Kitty
Excuse me.
kitties. It would be easier for me too, God's desire. I think that was a good move
Yeah,
because
do you think that's the new thing now? God's desire for me, like tradition now, is making lemon ginger scones. Because
right.
easier is better during this time of year, I feel.
I think orange ginger would be good too, like candy orange ginger with those cranberries too for Christmas. I don't know,
Mm.
God's sorry. I think you just inspired me. That might be another one I might have
Oh,
to put
that's
on
going
the
in
list.
the scone? Okay, I get it now. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what are we talking about? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, I understand now.
but we have plenty to eat. I'm like, ugh.
We made egg rolls tonight because I didn't want. So we always make lasagna for Christmas at my house.
Okay.
So I had lasagna, and then I had a lunch with my family elsewhere, and
Mm-hmm.
then I wanted egg rolls, so that's what we had for supper.
Sounds
I
good.
want all of that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like the idea of egg
I
rolls.
have so
Lasagna and
much
egg rolls. Heck yeah.
extra plates I could give you.
Right.
I have cheesy potatoes. I made them the best I've ever
Yeah.
made them. It was so delicious.
They looked really good. The picture you sent looked really
Do
awesome.
you remember when I showed in my preps the milk carton of dehydrated hash browns from Idaho?
I think maybe. I'm
So
not
that's what I used. I rehydrated them and squeezed them out because you know
yeah,
how the recipe's like buy frozen hash browns and then thaw them.
right. I
These were
bet
already
it's
room
so much
temperature. I loved the texture. Destiny Fitzgerald, hey! Seconds away from food coma, but still
I hear
listening.
that.
Yeah, we had a little plant parade. We're talking about what holiday plants are either in your home
Right.
for whatever reason, and then if there's anything in bloom outside during this time of year. And we're just kind of gossiping about our Christmas food and such now.
Yes.
Destiny, thanks for coming in. I didn't share it on Discord. The guys are going to be mad, I'm sure, but oh well. She's
Yeah.
in my Discord group.
But it's funny because my mom always liked it when I made, and she would never make these as I grew up, but she liked the instant mashed potatoes as I was her caregiver. When I
Uh-huh.
would make those, she preferred them over fresh.
I
She
have
liked,
some people I know that it's
yeah,
like comforting to have that
yeah.
versus
I
the
think it's
fresh.
just because it always comes out smoother and just I
Anne's
don't know.
place.
Hey,
Hello.
Eden.
Merry
And
Christmas if you
consistent
celebrate.
flavor, maybe I
But
don't
you
know.
haven't had my homemade mashed potatoes.
Oh, oh.
They do come out creamy.
Oh well, mine come out creamy, but I mean, like they're still.
A
It's
lot of
Well,
different
people
than
like
an
lumpy.
instant.
Yep, it's
Instant's
different.
different than
Yep.
I mean, yeah,
lumpy
I'm a
natural.
sucker for the Idahoan, in the bag. And I
Yeah,
get the family size because it lasts me longer. But if I've got an abundance of potatoes, heck yeah, I'm going to make some homemade mashed potatoes
right. Me too.
and potato cakes out of what's left over. So you,
And my
you,
great grandmother used to make the potato cakes.
I had some the other day. What is wrong with you?
Sorry, my glasses are so blurry. Shawnee might have had a kid pop up on her. But yeah, I had made the potato salad. I make an egg based potato salad and use scallions in it and a little bit of bacon. Then I had made a ham for our main. This is like our main meal. And then we usually have green beans, but I felt like asparagus this year, so I did a roasted asparagus. And then my kids, my one daughter loves those little wieners
Uh-huh.
wrapped in the croissants, so I made those for her. Actually, she made them. I got her the croissant instead of the rolls this year. I got her that sheet of croissant dough.
Huh?
Made it so much easier, but I got good quality hot dogs from like Whole Foods, like the little weenies without
Yeah.
the nitrates and stuff.
Okay.
And she even said, she goes, "Oh, those hot dogs were good, Mom, that this year. I like those." I was like, "Good," because they're probably
Win.
got, yeah, probably got more better things in them for a hot dog. But
Right.
yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I did sausage and cheese croissants for breakfast. And then we had all kinds of like we had those cookies. I'm trying to think what was
Thanks a lot, sis,
I was
for not calling me over.
I'm sorry, you're
Appreciate
a little
that.
far. Um, Fudge was out on the table. So much better when it comes up to room temperature. But Hannah and I made those sugar cookies, and that was a great tip about the freezing the dough. Like it makes it so much easier to
Mm-hmm.
move it and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But ours are as big as pancakes. The cutter that I have is like,
Oh. Okay. No, my cutters are.
yeah, I saw yours came out perfect. And I mean, we made like, I've got a stack of them like this waiting to be iced in the fridge for later because it was like we
Man,
had so much.
the icing disaster. I learned so many things this year on how to do it better next year. I tell you what, because this was the first real Christmas where I'm
Mhm.
like trying to get all of the baking figured out.
Right.
Man, you learn a lot of stuff.
Did you have
It's
the meringue? Because I don't have that. I'm getting that this
what
for
is
next
that?
year.
What's a meringue? Hold on
The
a second.
powder.
Crazy Life Homestead, are you ready?
Oh, she coming up.
I think she went like this. I'm putting you in.
Hey, Bo. What's up?
Okay, what's the meringue? What are we talking about?
Hello.
It's powdered meringue. It makes the icing a lot better and more like
Oh, it's an
what you would
ingredient.
buy at the bakery. It firms up your icing and gives it like that more professional coating, so it doesn't slide off your.
I
Once
might
it sets up, it doesn't
have
slide off the
to look
cookies.
for that. I don't know. Okay, so like I thought I had a good idea about putting it in a squeeze bottle and it
Yeah.
was too thick to come out. So then I added more milk and made it runnier and then it was too runny and it was literally like rivers of
No.
frosting, dyed frosting. My kids were having a great time.
Oh,
And
sure.
then I made a second batch that was more thick and we just used a bowl and a spoon. And then it
Yeah.
was like we've been doing this for 2 hours at this point. And I
They
was
probably
like,
loved it though. It's probably a great memory.
and then I know that's what we're doing, guys. We're building the memories of this is
Right.
what we do for Christmas because that's what I have as a memory is decorating these cookies with all the colors and the sprinkles. Um,
Yeah.
there's a cat, and what's its name, Barry?
This is Tiger.
Tiger.
Hi,
So cute.
Tiger.
Hey,
He's a bit
Tiger.
of a jerk.
Oh, is
Oh,
this the biting one?
Mhm.
is it? Oh,
Yeah.
that's the one that we hear you go, oh, while we're live.
Right.
Ugh,
Right.
tiger.
I
Okay.
mean, they're
Mo.
love bites, but like, there's
So
better
hurt.
ways to show love.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
just put your hand out there.
Oh, and I made clam dip that I never got to.
It's a
And
dip.
then you get the tail in the
It's a dip.
nose.
My
Okay.
mom used to make
I
it.
always hear about clam chowder. Mo,
Oh
what do you want
yeah.
to talk about? Do you have anything you want to say?
Hi, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. For Christmas, I made my first cobbler,
Nice.
Cobbler.
which was really interesting.
What fruit did you use?
I used two of them. I had a good sized pan and I put blackberry on one side and strawberry on the other.
Ooh,
And it
yum.
came out so good.
Cobbler's delicious. Did you have some ice
Yeah.
cream on hand to top it with?
No, so I made whipped cream.
Oh, that's just as good. Yum.
Talk about sugar rush.
Yes.
It's like,
Oh
wow.
yeah, I've had way too. I had one of those sugar cookies, and I'm like, I'm gonna hurt tomorrow. I know because it was just my sugar cookies came out thicker too, and it was as big as my head. But I'm like, I've got to taste it to know if these are any good before we ice
You have
them.
to taste it to come
Of
out good.
course.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Richard, we have planned a New Year's, taking the kids to
Ooh.
the beach for photos with Myra, our granddaughter. It's Myra's first
Aw.
New Year's, so no party for me. New Year's with the hangover cannot be fun.
No, no, it's
We
okay.
have, so those weenies we're speaking of, we always
Mhm.
do those for New Year's.
Yeah.
And then, so my kids are young, and so they're not staying up till
Right.
past 8, really.
Yeah.
So we pick a time we start, like we'll probably start the party at 5, and there'll be a clock on a bag so they can practice reading the time with the clock we have on the wall. And in that bag is going to be stuff we do during that hour to celebrate. And then the next bag at like 6 o'clock is stuff that we can
Great
do,
idea.
like decoration,
Yeah.
decor, putty games. Sometimes it's a snack, like, so we hang out with the kids, and then, you know, there's stuff to do the next day. So no, we don't stay up late anymore.
Yeah.
Unless it does sound good. It's gonna be wonderful, Richard.
Especially the beach. Yeah.
Right?
I need to head to the beach. I haven't been there in a bit.
You're feeling like you need the beach?
Yeah, I need the beach.
Yeah. Not I.
Yeah. What,
You
you
guys
don't like the
enjoy all of
sand?
it. I don't like anything to do with any of it. I don't
You don't like the texture of the sand, the
I
smell
wanna
of the
go to
ocean?
the woods,
Okay.
okay?
Mhm.
Like it's the woods.
See, and I'm afraid of Florida woods
There
because of
can
the
be a
snakes.
lake because
Like
of the
my
snake.
first choice would be the woods, but
Mhm.
the beach. I mean, because I had that up in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Living off of Lake Erie, so it was like, yeah, had the best of both worlds, I guess. But because I haven't been to a beach in like forever,
Right.
I was a wee lad when I went. So,
But when I say beach, I'm not talking typical Florida time at the beach. I go stormy days when people don't go, not raining, but when it's gray and the waves are crashing is when I like it. When there's hardly anybody, people are there,
lots of
and
wind. Yeah.
windy, and watching the waves crash in and hearing them, and then you get all those ions, so you get really fresh air on those days.
Yeah. It sounds
I love it.
wonderful. I like
Yeah,
being outside when there's a storm coming or a cloudy day or a
Mhm.
yeah.
Me too.
Anne is sick,
Oh
you guys.
no!
oh,
If it's the flu I'm
I'm
thinking
so
of,
sorry.
it's not fun. I just keep hearing about this. It's like a stomach flu. I hope that's not what you have, but it might
Yeah,
be.
Mike's just got over like a whammy. He had like everything at once, and then one of
Mhm.
it was the stomach, like a food poisoning, but the stomach flu felt like food poisoning.
I hate to say this, but it's like, well, everybody, you were in groups of people today and yesterday, so now in 5 days we'll all catch up and see if anybody gets sick or not, because
not I.
That's
Oh,
usually
it
how
is
and
it happens.
stomach.
oh,
I'm
it
safe.
started in the tummy. That's
We
the
are so
one.
sorry.
Yeah. Do you
Have
have
Feel
any
better.
elderberry or any echinacea or anything that might help you build
the
any
ginger. Yeah,
oregano? Yeah, ginger, any of the good things?
I hope so.
Any of the things that Shawnee made in the bombs that we made for cold and flu season on my channel?
There
Yeah,
you
don't
go.
try to eat
Yeah,
if you
don't.
can't.
Yeah,
Your electrolytes, so you should make,
broth.
your
Mhm.
salt water, your broth.
Broths are good.
Don't eat. Don't make yourself
Yeah,
eat. It's okay.
yeah, just do broth. Bananas, when you start eating, do the brat diet. Bananas, rice, applesauce, toast, if you can do it, or do the broth until you can do that and just go easy on your belly. Yeah, that's awful. I'm so sorry. But like Shawnee said, get your electrolytes in because your muscles will hurt even worse if you don't have electrolytes.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry, Anne. This is the season.
Feel better.
Be careful on your belly with the vitamins. They can hurt your belly if you're doing it on a raw stomach, especially zinc. If you do too much zinc, that alone can give you the poops.
Did you get everything you ever wanted, guys, for presents today?
I got a gift card that was really a regifting for my husband because we don't usually do gifts anymore for each other. But I loved watching Malachi open all his presents. We let him
Oh,
just
I
go to
bet.
town first. We just were like, just keep going. And then we did Hannah rather than back and forth like we've done
Yeah.
in years past. And it went so much faster because we did it that way that my husband even looked at me. He's like, are you sure you spent all the Christmas budget? I'm like, do you know how much toys cost now? Do you want me to let me show you just the putty that I bought for our son, how much it costs on Amazon. I'm like, it's ridiculous. So yeah, it went by really fast.
I
But
won $3.
you did.
Oh,
I won
check that out.
$3.
Hey, so are you going to take it back and go get another one and hopefully
Probably.
yeah, I thought about getting one of those. But yeah, I'm
I got that
probably
from my mother-in-law.
You did what? You got it from your mother-in-law?
Yeah, she likes to scratch off, so she buys everybody
Cute.
scratch offs, and she gives you a good packet. So I spent a
Aw.
good hour scratching off, and I got $3.
$3 you didn't have before. That's cool.
Exactly.
And you have your family
Aw.
there, right? Like, who you live with is around? Because
Yeah,
that's what
but
matters. And I'm also concerned that I hope you're not alone and sick. I worry about people that live alone and then get sick. Just call me and I'll run you something.
Yeah.
oh, you did think it was food
It's a long
poisoning
way to
first,
go.
yeah. Yeah.
Turkey's a long way off.
Oh man, food
That's
poisoning.
awful.
At first, you thought it was.
I think the worst food poisoning I've ever had was shrimp.
Oh, I don't want to
Ew.
think about that.
I was on the floor. It was bad.
Oh, no.
Couldn't
Ugh.
move.
Can't
Just laying
imagine
near the bathroom.
sickness.
Couldn't. Mm-mm. So I feel you, Anne. It's horrible. But the big C that was going around before that is really just like the flu. It starts in the stomach. So really take good care of yourself and move if you can. Don't stay in your bed too much because you don't want it to settle in your chest. I know the electrolytes you need to do that. Yes, that always makes it worse when you're sick.
Yeah, the people that I heard about, her son had it, and she got it like 2 days later, and she's like, it was every hour you were getting sick.
Yep.
And then now her husband has it right on
Oh, I
Christmas.
don't want that. I
Yeah,
hope it
like
doesn't come
everybody.
to our house.
So I'm like, where is that in the land of the
Right. I'm gonna be wearing just a big plastic bubble to the stores for a while, I think.
Mhm.
Hazmat.
Hazmat suit.
It'd be nice, if they gave us some really nice looking, very stylish hazmat suits. The women
Yeah.
can still be attractive and,
Right.
not be in this big bulky bubble thing. And
Yeah. We can
men
all
be
wear our little
manly.
logos on them, Barry. We'll just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Shawnee's got her pretty logo. I love that shirt.
You like it?
Yeah.
I think it
I
worked out
love
pretty
it.
nicely.
Yeah. That's
Who
awesome.
did your butterfly? Did you do that on like a program?
Well, the one I wanted had like actual detailing in the wings, but you
Right.
would have to pay for it. And so this was from Canva.
I like that
And
though.
so I just
Mm.
kept the font that it suggested and I typed in what I wanted it to say and then I
Yeah.
sent it to my t-shirt gal and this is our first one we've made.
I love it.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
simple, but still pretty. So,
I
Mhm.
wanted a big image,
yeah,
so
eye catching.
Oh yeah, I bet you do. Yeah.
Richard says trick from army days, add baking soda to boiled water to replace the electrolytes and takes vitamin C tablets.
Yeah, okay.
We like salt and honey
Yeah.
in water
Yep.
or Cure. I buy Cure packets. They even make elderberry powdery stuff that you can just put
Mhm.
in your. It reminds me of a pixie stick. If you guys know what
Yeah.
a pixie stick is,
Right?
to
Mhm.
get it,
We've
and then you
got
syrup in
some
your tea and your lozenges.
yeah, the natural one is it's honey, lemon, and sea salt. The vitamin C is provided
Oh,
by the
lemon. I forgot the lemon. Yeah.
yeah. You
Mhm.
got most of it.
Oh, Anne knows exactly what you're talking about, Richard. Learned it from her dad.
Hmm.
But the
Wonderful.
baking soda would be good if you're doing the pukey because it might settle some of that acid
I
down in
bet
your
it does.
stomach.
Okay,
Mhm.
so off the top of your head, Carol, if you're having this kind of flu where things are coming up and out, is it a bad idea to take activated charcoal during that time, or would it help? Like if you have a
I've
gummy or a
not
pill.
had a good relation. I mean, is it great? Like if you've got poison, if it's definitely food poisoning, yeah, you can try to get it through your system. But basically, the system is you just need to provide it electrolytes. It's doing it for you. It's injecting it from
Yeah.
all sides. If it's going on, then you probably should see somebody because you might have something more
Mhm.
serious. But
Because,
yeah,
yeah, right on it says it could make you vomit.
yeah,
So I'm like,
yeah.
well, then you shouldn't take it then.
It's really for yeah, it's really for stripping out. Like if you've had a toxin get in and you want it out immediately. I didn't have a good result with charcoal because I didn't really have a toxin in my system, and I tried to take it when everybody was doing the charcoal thing to detox, and
Mhm.
it detoxes all you've taken that day. Like it strips your body. So if you have anything that you've taken, it can pull out your electrolytes. It pulls out everything and you eject it.
Okay.
So it wasn't a good idea for me because I'm on medication. Like if you're on any kind of medication, prescription medication, don't do charcoal. You'll strip it out
Okay.
and you could mess up your schedule if you're on like a scheduled medication.
Right.
Just my opinion.
Thanks.
I'm just a YouTube doctor that never got a
Do your own
doctorate.
research,
Yes, do your own
everybody.
research.
We are not. How's your
I
class
use
going?
I haven't gotten to get back on because of
Oh, okay.
Christmas.
I kind of figured. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah. I want to.
I use baking soda and water for heartburn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's usually like a
Right.
tablespoon to the
What what do you
patient's.
guys use? Because I know caring for horses crosses over to humans too. What's that? Omniprozol?
Mhm.
Which one is that? Yeah.
I have reflux.
Yeah. If
Me
the
too.
one
I
It's
take that
horrible.
every day.
there's another one that don't take if it is Prilosec, please don't take it. It can kill your gallbladder if you don't have one. It's not as much a problem, but if you do still have your gallbladder, Prilosec can make it go away. It's a side effect. Yeah. But
Mm.
yeah, we have some stuff in our house. It's Pepsit, I believe,
Mhm.
um, that we keep on hand because I get reflux. My daughter gets reflux. Yeah, it's a common thing in this household. Not so common when I watch my diet though, and I'm not eating sugar and really, really being strict. When
That's
I was
hard to do
doing
in this
that,
house.
yeah, when I was doing that Candida cleanse, I didn't need my reflux stuff, and I don't take it that often, just once in a while. I'm sorry to hear
What you
you have
got there, Shawnee?
Okay, so
candida.
my husband has GERD and he had gone to the doctor and they
Mhm.
said that's what you have and he was told to take what you take and it made him very sick. So he went to a different
Wow.
form of medicine. And
Hmm.
so the first thing I'm going to show is called sensitive stomach and he takes it every day,
Mhm.
2 capsules, and it has slippery elm, licorice root, marshmallow
Mhm.
extract root, and some other microbial enzymes. He
Oh,
has
good.
to take that with food. So, like, he used to be taking what are those called? Tums?
Oh,
Like,
they're so
Mhm.
bad.
constantly
My
he was eating
daughter, I
Tums.
know.
He doesn't have Tums anymore in his life, and if he's gonna eat something spicy, he
Yeah.
uses his bitters, which
Oh, do
helps
they
coat.
work for
Mhm.
him? Okay.
It's changed our lives. So this has turmeric root, milk thistle seed extract, wild yam root, dandelion root, gentian root, cardamom seed, fennel seed, ginger root, something about seaweed fronds, kelp fronds,
Hmm.
amla, bitter orange. So this is nasty. Like
Yeah,
you'll
I've done.
but
Can you put it in something?
he says if you put it in water, it makes it worse.
I probably
So
just gouge it.
when we started this treatment, he had to take this every day because it puts a coating in here.
Mhm.
So
On the
Mm,
your flap.
esophagus.
Hmm. But now
Wow.
the only time he uses it is if he knows he's gonna eat something spicy.
mhm.
Mhm.
And then the stomach, Sensimilas, sensitive stomach, he
That
does take
sounds
every day.
that sounds
And
great. The Similac
he
sensitive
doesn't have
stomach.
any digestive problems long term wise. Using that other medication can cause problems, and
Right.
so that's why we switched to this, and
Yeah.
it's great.
I might have to
And
get that picture from you for that one, the sensitive
sure,
stomach one.
yeah. But he
Do you have
definitely can't take it on an empty stomach. He said he has to eat with it.
Oh, okay. With the bitters or the sensitive
No,
stomach
the
stuff?
sensitive stomach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It like would
And he
repair.
changed his diet, like, right? He's not eating hot peppers and tomatoes every day. We
That's
have
good.
to
Right.
keep in mind on his meal plan
Right.
because it's obviously hurting his body. Anne says,
Yeah.
me
Mm-hmm.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like a pretty
I do
wicked
the same
deal.
thing. I have to watch what I eat and
Hmm.
how much of it I eat. And if it
Hmm.
Right.
goes down, that's when those little pills come in handy.
Yeah.
But I take them at night before I go to bed. Otherwise, the heartburn is just so
Horrible.
bad that I can't sleep.
Oh. Are you
So,
sleeping on your left side like I do because of your heartburn? I have to sleep only on my left side because it's the one side that you are less likely to have the reflux come up is your left
your
side.
left side is where, excuse me, your digestive system takes over. So your gut will make noise.
My left side
If you've
is the
noticed that.
only. If I sleep on my right side, I reflux. If I sleep on my left side, I don't.
With
No,
my
I
husband,
do.
when he's on his left side,
Mhm.
he instantly has it like make a sound up here.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I can
I'm
burp.
like,
Yes,
are
yeah.
you
It'll
gonna
burp.
be okay? He
I
doesn't burp,
can burp.
but
Yeah, yeah. I can
so he
do
has
little
to lay
bubbles.
on his right side to sleep.
Yeah, I can't. I have
Hmm.
to do it left. So weird. I wonder if I'm reversed on the inside. Maybe that's my problem.
Carol, I don't know. Richard, I would get a
You have a
severe skin
twisted
condition
stomach.
and head swelling
Yeah,
that
I
I'm
have
allergic to watermelon,
twisted insides.
which was traditional Christmas time snack. Oh, bummer.
Oh, that's
A
a
watermelon.
bummer. Certain
But you want
watermelons
to.
are, yeah, they make people gassy for sure. But
Mhm.
allergic
Watermelon?
is really sad. Yeah. Like cucumbers, like
Hmm.
how some people get cucumber burps. It's the same
Burps.
kind of
Yeah.
idea. Watermelon burp. Oh, you're the same. You have to do the left side in. Yeah, I thought I had heard it was the left side, but everybody's saying
It's
right. Weird.
for me. It doesn't matter what side I lay on. I get it to come up.
As long as I fall asleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleeping on your left side can help with acid reflux and heartburn. It reduces your acid flow, improves sleep quality, promotes healthy blood flow, make left side sleeping more comfortable. And then it just tells you. I sleep with a pillow between my legs, my knees. I mean, not my
Hmm.
legs, but my knees, so they're not bone on bone because that's the most painful part of side sleeping is that. And if you don't get a good pillow, you can get a stiff neck.
Hmm. I
God's
thought that was
desire for
age
me.
for
My
me.
hubby just had an upper endoscopy and the doctor saw his reflux, so he stretched his esophagus and hubby doesn't have reflux anymore. What? They
Oh,
told
he
me.
must have had. My daughter has that. I know what she's talking about. He had a narrowing. My daughter has one of those.
Hmm.
It's like a narrowing in the esophagus. It has a word for it. And I can't think of it, but it narrows down. It almost looks like somebody released a rubber band and it just is constricted in that area. Like somebody cut a rubber band off that had been there since she was born.
A
Hmm.
stricture? Es
Stricture, I think.
esoph esoph
Yeah,
stricture? I don't know.
yeah.
A stricture
'Cause,
esophagus.
like in that area, because we did
Hmm.
the where they give them the X-ray and she drinks that lovely liquid and they show it
Yeah,
going down.
the wonderful flavor.
Yeah, poor my poor child. But she was
Yeah,
really
I did
suffering
that.
with yeah, she was really
I
and her
I
voice.
did that years ago where they gave me the liquid with the metal in it and they take x-rays as they go.
Yes. I hate
And
that.
it
It's a
got
contract.
stuck right here and he could with like 25 minutes it was still there and he gave me a 7 Up and he said guzzle this. So I guzzled the 7 Up and I burped and it went and then he took an x-ray. I was on the table when he did it and they took the
Wow.
x-ray And he said, "Yeah, you got a small problem there, darling."
Did
And that's where
did he say your
my
flap
reflux is right here.
is it like your flap is just dysfunctional? It's not like the
No,
flap in
he
the
didn't say
esophagus.
it needed surgery or anything. He just said it just gets stuck. Either you're eating, you're not chewing it enough.
Mm-hmm. But
You know
that
what
was
I
a
mean? You put
liquid
something in your
thing.
mouth, and some people eat it whole, and that's what I was doing.
Even with the
Like
liquid
you'll eat a
though?
piece of meat, and I won't
Yeah,
eat all of it and chew it
you
to
want to chew it
pieces.
down. Yeah, yeah.
Right, and that's what he's saying is getting stuck. So when the metal was getting stuck there too, because that's
Yeah.
what that X-ray thing is, and then
Yeah,
you
I know.
pass it out. But
So
I
you
was
might
like,
have the
wow.
stricture or however you said that, Shawnee, that narrowing too, like my daughter has. Or the flap isn't
Yep,
working properly because we have a flap that shuts off our
that's
air,
the
but we also
esophagus up
have
here.
one. Yeah, we also have one in our esophagus. It was here, you said, or
It
up
was
here?
here,
Oh, there.
right
Yeah,
there. Yeah. And he was
weird.
like, it's just kind of stuck there. And I said, yeah, I could feel it.
Oh, ouch.
And he said, I'm going to ask you to do this really quick. So guzzle this and then lay back down. We're going to take an x-ray. And then I guzzled it, burped, laid back down, and took an x-ray. It's
Yeah.
gone. He
Yeah,
said,
and I
that's what
can't.
your problem is.
Yeah, that's terrible. I guess it would be. If, especially, that's what I was saying. If a liquid gets stuck, I
It
can't
felt
imagine.
like a burning lump, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right. It felt like he said if you keep it up, it'll be an ulcer. Yeah.
What
You'll get
about
an ulcer
aloe? Did they ever
right
say
here.
if you could do like an aloe juice or anything to help soothe that so it won't become an ulcer?
Basically, he told me just drink something with or carbonated drink so that you
To
pass
lower
it.
your acid. Yeah.
My brother was telling me that, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" But now you're saying it, and so it must be a thing.
What, the
Mhm.
bicarbonate? Yeah,
How he
it's
has to
hard.
drink something
Carbonated
bubbly
soda.
with food, so
Yeah.
it does where, yeah.
So you burp
Yeah, so you can burp.
and it passes it.
It's so weird. I guess that
Mm.
extra force from the air helps push it through
Mm-hmm.
from the carbon in some way.
We didn't
Or
want to talk
forces.
about this stuff, did we? Want to talk about this
No,
stuff at
no.
Christmas
Merry
time?
Christmas and
Not
acid
really.
reflux. Well, it sometimes goes with Christmas and all the overeating.
That's
So,
true. With all that fatty food we eat.
yeah, all the fatty. So the baking soda, it's hard because like people on the, how do you say, all natural side always say, oh, well, you just don't have enough stomach acid. And they want you to take things to up your stomach acid, like apple cider vinegar and water. Poor people who hear apple cider vinegar and then go and shoot down apple cider vinegar straight. Please don't do that.
No.
Burn your throat. It's an
It's a
acid.
much more sane way of doing that.
Yeah, you do it in water. You
Trust me.
sip on it. But
Merry
usually,
Burpmas.
yeah, Mary.
I've got it. I've got the apple cider vinegar with the mother at the bottom of the bottle because
What's
nothing else works.
Yeah, what's really soothing to your system too, and most people can't do it, but I can, and it's great for your body, is actually doing a shot of really good olive oil. Helps everything through your system, but it also helps your joints and your skin. I have to start doing that again.
Mhm. I agree with you there, Mike.
Mm-hmm. I think it's great in salad dressing.
He's got it right there.
I know about that. I need to go get that one again. Yeah, for myself.
You can see I've used it, Carol.
That's my brother. Yeah, of course. I'm glad. Does it have a good flavor?
Yeah.
If I
Yeah,
got
better
get it,
than
okay.
other crap.
Yeah, we were
I won't mention the name.
brand because a lot of olive oils, if you read, they're from multiple countries. It's a mixture you're getting.
You don't
And
want that one. You don't
no.
want global blends.
No, that one is not. We found that one, and yeah. Now
You
he's
want
got it, and then I'm gonna get it.
single
Next.
origin. Yeah.
Single origin is best. But yeah. So yeah, if you're having reflux tonight, you can try your left or right side. Depends on your body.
Some sodium baking soda water and
And some baking soda water. Yep. Oh, you're so lucky. Yeah, that's my brother. They grow olive trees out in the wine country in California and get
Man,
their
I'm glad you said I was like, "Get what from the farmer?" I'm lost
olive
again.
oil.
Olive oil. Okay,
They
thanks.
press their own olives because it's the Mediterranean climate.
I get it. That's
Yeah.
wonderful, yeah.
Isn't that wonderful? They
I have no
supposedly grow here, but I don't see how they don't get a bunch of scale or something here.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. Oh, I replanted my tropical spinach because you can in these months. And as I'm replanting it, because I'm going to use the other bed for um, my leaves, like letting them compost down, there's soft scale all over it. I was just like, no, because the plant was huge, but it looked like it was struggling, and I didn't know why until I picked up the whole plant and saw underneath it, and it had all soft scale coming up from like the right where it comes out of the ground. I was like, no, so I just started squeezing it all off my fingers, but it's so depressing. We have so many bugs here.
Richard says, "When the insomnia kicks in, go for a walk. The exercise helps me. I stopped taking all meds the doctors prescribed. The walking does the trick. My strange Christmas tradition? I try on my uniform." Oh, that's a fun topic. Christmas tradition.
Yeah,
Thank you for sharing, Richard.
yeah. The walking too, a lot of cultures do that after a big meal, and
I love to walk after we eat.
I need to do
Yes.
that more.
I only do it at the offsite garden when I'm eating, though,
Right.
because there's like land to walk on. I don't want to walk my crappy neighborhood.
Yeah.
Sorry. So if I just lived out there, I could just walk all the time. Ann says, "I have 2 trees in my garden, but we don't know how to process them. So we just let them fall on the ground
Aw,
and they grow baby trees everywhere, which we pull out each summer." What tree is it?
olive tree, I think.
Okay, the olive tree. Again, I'm sorry, Ann. I can't
And
keep
can
up.
you take them to the farmer, see if he'll grind them down for you, like mill them?
Mm.
'Cause I think they do, like it's like a stone milling press kind of thing, I think, for olives.
Thank you, Ann. Yes, olive tree. I'm gonna keep up now, I promise.
They filter it out and everything
I'm gonna
too.
get some water.
Okay.
Everybody, water. Water break.
I know, that's what I just did. Sip, sip.
I don't have any.
This is tea technically, but it's water based.
I'm all out of tea. I gotta get some more.
My tea kept me up last night till 4 or 5
Was
in the
it a
morning.
caffeinated tea?
No, it wasn't
Oh,
decaffeinated. Of
what?
course not.
How?
It
What?
was delicious. That's the problem. It was delicious, and I kept drinking it throughout the day.
Interesting.
It was. I'm trying
Carol,
to
you're
think.
not following your rules.
I know. Well, I'm
Follow
following the
your rules and be
Christmas
more
mom
strict.
rule. But yeah, I know. I
Just
was
whatever makes
following.
you happy right now is my rule.
It was the Christmas mom rule of got to get stuff done. So I was drinking the caffeinated version, but forgot after the 5 o'clock mark and just kept drinking it. And then I was like, why can't I go to sleep? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Because you were drinking chai
I've
black
And
tea all
I'm
day.
wired.
Oh, black
Yeah.
tea.
And it's like that kind of awake that tea does, like where you're not really super wired, but as soon as you lay down, you're like,
This isn't gonna
Right.
work.
what's going on?
Mm. Well, I
Mike's.
do have to get out of here. My alarm clock goes off at 5 o'clock.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Thanks for
Later.
popping up for a little
Yay.
chitty chat.
Thanks
Crazy
for
Your
little
hair
having
looks
me.
so
I really
pretty,
appreciate it.
too. When you just pulled your hair
Thanks.
around, it's so pretty, Mo. Welcome. Horse lady hair. Oh, so pretty. Merry Christmas.
Merry
What
Christmas.
we got
Well,
Good
today?
seeing you
Who's
again.
that, Bonnie? Yeah, you too. So you guys have a good night.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas, everybody. Chat,
You
everybody.
too.
We'll see you soon.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bye.
okay, Mike says, "My tradition is cook something I've wanted all year but was too good to eat, like a Chinese restaurant style feast, but was so sick. So it was ham tossed in the oven and a banana bread."
Okay.
Improvising. I
Yeah.
have to say, the China restaurant was closed,
Mm,
and I feel like that's not normal for Eve and Day. So I'm a
right.
little upset. I couldn't
Well,
order,
everything was closed around here, and that's not normal for us either.
which they
Like,
deserve the day off. I'm sorry that I'm
they do need it. I agree.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Somebody from there, and a customer called my husband like
Oh,
on
what?
Christmas Day.
What?
I'm like, what the hell's wrong with people? It's a lawn.
That's what I
Right.
mean. It doesn't have any. There's no emergency.
No emergency. It's a lawn. Yeah, they are.
I
Because a
know.
lot of people do it for Christmas. They make a lot of money on Christmas.
Like, right. That's what I said in my head is missed out opportunity for money. So I don't
Right.
know if like, did they sell to a new person and
You too.
this isn't normal?
Mm,
It's okay. We ate at home like you're supposed to, anyways.
right.
Yeah, I wish I could make my own. I've tried many ways and I can't get it right. So kudos to you, Mike, for figuring it out.
They are just so speedy when they cook in those woks. Like the movements that they use, so fast, and high heat. Like no way, I can't do that.
And if it's a good one, they're really consistent with the flavor, so that you can come
Yeah,
back a month later
Yes,
and go, "Wow, this is what I remember."
right.
Mhm.
It's
Here,
not something like
I believe it, Mike.
Miss Sharon, it's serious when Waffle House closes. You don't want to be in the area if your Waffle House closes. Something's coming.
Oh my goodness.
It's a thing here in Florida.
I don't have any of that.
Oh, Waffle House has its own scale for hurricanes, and if your Waffle House that's near you closes during a hurricane, you better get out of the area.
Do you have a huddle house, Shawnee?
Not that I know of.
Okay. There's
No,
not.
we don't have that.
We have Perkins.
Well,
Sure.
I like Perkins, but
I don't.
there's no Perkins in Kentucky, so
Yeah, Miss Sharon. Okay, I think it's a thing in the South. I don't know because you're still South. I mean,
oh,
Mike, what do you know
South
about this
Carolina.
topic? You know Minnesota stuff. I don't have White Castle here. I wouldn't know.
Wow.
I
Oh
live
my
in
gosh.
boring.
So Waffle House is interesting at 2
you're
a.m.
We
surprised.
would go to Perkins at 2 a.m. That's where we would go.
Yeah, we had Denny's growing up. Where I'm at now, we mostly have Denny's. Waffle House is as you go further up north from here, but they have their own because they're usually there after a hurricane and open, like they run on generators and help feed the rescue community and help feed the community. So they don't leave easily or shut down easily. So a lot of people watch them to make sure they should stay or go.
What was your what?
Go ahead.
Okay, what was your favorite holiday plant tradition? We had 46% say mistletoe.
Aw,
26% said poinsettias.
I wasn't
20%.
thinking of the kiss under the mistletoe, so I missed an opportunity.
Well,
Holly ivy, and then the cran sek cake from Norway, 6%.
I don't even know what that was. I missed
I
that.
had it pulled up. I didn't show it. Okay, let's see here.
I put poinsettia because I forgot about like, oh yeah, that tradition is the whole kiss and everything. I was just thinking of the plant itself. I'm like, well, mistletoe's all right.
It's a cake.
Gear, it's so funny. Gears is like the awful waffle is good to the 3 a.m. when you're wasted. Yeah, you got to be wasted because then you don't notice the ankle bracelets on your waitress.
yeah.
Oh, okay. But that's not a plant.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out why it was in my suggested, like, that's why I didn't even show it, I think, is what, because I'm like, why did it tell me to ask that? That's not a plant. So is there let's see, maybe if I put plant after it, maybe there is a plant and I just didn't get it.
But that's pretty though. It's a pretty
Nope,
tradition.
it brought me cake again. Yeah, I don't get why ChatGPT told me to do it, guys. I don't get it either.
Yep,
It's
that
not a
shows you AI is not ready to control everything
I
yet.
said plant.
Thank God.
Okay, where are we at here?
Thanks,
It's a
Destiny. I actually learned it from
waffle maker.
OMG. It's Wix, which is that Florida. He's great. He does all kinds of reaction videos, but he does it in such a special way. Florida. Glad I got it on my flip phone. It's his thing. 3% marigold.
Oh, the vote. Yeah, I know. Well,
Cute.
you can only put 4, and then it limits you. Like how many times I've had to cut it because it can't fit certain characters. Like, why you gotta be like that?
Look at Gear. Oh, too
Being
funny.
wasted makes that waitress good looking. Gear, keep it together, man. They're just
Sounds
trying to
like
make a
me.
dollar.
No, I remember that, Gear, in my 20s. Like, you didn't notice the dirt in Denny's or anything like that. You just ate. You're just
Yeah.
so hungry after going out dancing,
Hmm.
having a good time. Didn't. But you show up the next day and be like, oh, that was pretty good what I ate late last night. Maybe I'll have that. I'll have that again. Or like, later on the week. And then they serve it to you on this dirty, greasy plate. You're like, I think I gotta rethink coming here late
When
at
you go
night.
during the day versus the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharon says the same thing about the Waffle House. If it's closed, don't be in the town. Get out of there.
Right. Oh, okay. I think it's like a Southern thing, right? Miss Sharon, you're Southern. Yeah, keep rolling and fast.
But down here we have the Huddle House as well, which is
Mm,
basically,
Like
kind of the
breakfast.
same idea.
you might as well call it.
They hire people on work release and ankle monitors at Huddle
Maybe,
House. Waffle House.
maybe. I know people that work there, so
Waffle House does.
You know people that work there.
but they don't have ankle bracelets. I
Okay,
don't know
okay.
what-
I only saw that once, but it like totally was like,
No.
that was one. You got to work. I got. Hey.
Like every once in a while, I talk to the ex's best friend because like she won't talk to the ex, so she
Mhm.
talks to me.
Hmm.
Okay,
And she works. At
whatever. I don't care.
Well, my brother and his wife used to do Denny's. He was a chef, and they both worked at Denny's at one point. Like she was a waitress, and he was a
Our
chef.
Denny's went downhill, and then after that, they just closed out. Now they're like a steakhouse.
Yeah, I don't even know. I haven't driven
No,
by that one.
wait,
forever.
that's right. It was bulldozed over. The land was sold. Yeah, it's a steakhouse now.
Oh, good, Ian.
I'm not sure what company it is, but
Do you guys have
Richard,
Go ahead.
is your waffle maker like the single one, or was it like the square, or was it like 4? I had a waffle maker, but I have 5 people, and for me to stand at one single waffle,
Right.
like, nope.
We
So
have
then,
the Belgian circle one that flips,
okay,
and
and
I've
does it
used
make
it
one at a time?
used it twice. It makes one, but it breaks into 4 pieces.
Okay,
Yeah, so
I
you can
still
break it.
feel like that is not
Still takes a
effective for
while.
my time. Right.
Make them ahead and then put them in the toaster oven.
yeah,
And Mike also couldn't eat for like, Mike, didn't you say it was like 5 days before you even thought about eating?
I so don't want that to hit our house.
I'm
I'm so
serious
bad with
about it
those
too.
because the fibro attacks me when I get stomach flus. It just goes after me, so it's a lot of pain everywhere.
Smaller red one, 6x6. Okay.
fair.
Yeah, my kids like waffles, but I don't have a way to make a lot of waffles at once. Now I've seen people where they spend a day and they just make breakfasts and they freeze
Right.
them.
Yeah, my
Good
mom
on
used to
you,
do that.
man, you know?
My mom would do that with pancakes and put them between wax paper and put them in the freezer for us
Yeah,
back in the day before,
yeah.
before you were going buying boxes of Eggo and stuff like
I
that.
was just thinking that
Yep, she would do them herself.
last box of Egos I had, I was really disappointed. I said, these, ugh, ugh.
Malachi eats like a gluten-free brand. It was thankfully not in the big waffle recall. I can't remember the name of it, but I wish I could make him his own waffles. But same thing, like Shawnee said, you just don't, that time, it's like, take forever to just sit there and make a bunch of waffles.
Yeah, because if each kid eats 2,
Mhm.
2, 4, 6.
He has 2 every single day. It's like a sandwich to break up. Instead of just having regular gluten-free bread, he has a waffle sandwich too, because he's,
42 days, Miss Sharon?
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, how in the world? Wow. You must have lost so much weight, you poor thing. That's awful. That sucked. I
But you
hated
lived
that.
it and you survived, so good job. You knew exactly
That's
what to
right.
do.
You got through it, and now your immune system should be able to recognize it and fight it off.
Mhm.
Yeah, the smell of food. I know, right? Yeah.
Right. At least you could smell, though. You got the one where you could smell food. I was grateful we got the one too where we could still smell food and smell stuff
I'm thinking that's why I can't stand white bread from the store.
because of having that.
Mhm.
See, it changed your sense of smell and taste.
No, taste mainly.
Hmm.
Lumberjack slam.
Bread store or store bread is got like a bitter aftertaste, really bitter.
Last time I had it, it tasted that way to me too. No cheese.
Gear's putting his order in, everybody.
Oh, all I have is like a breakfast
Holy
casserole.
schmoly. You're awake, Howie.
Thank you for it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We just talked about what plants you have in your house for the holiday tradition and the meaning of them, or maybe you have something blooming outside in your land during this Christmas time. We did a little plant parade. Otherwise, we're just talking right now. Welcome. Welcome to the talking session. What were you saying,
Oh
Carol?
wow. No, nothing.
Okay. I didn't eat solid food until Tuesday, a week of just broth. I lost weight, but I had plenty to I had plenty to use.
Hmm. Well, they do use that now as a weight loss tactic. Is doing
Wait,
the
what?
broth, the bone broth.
Oh, like
Yeah,
a liquid diet,
like
essentially?
like fasting a meal and just using bone broth as your meal. Yeah.
I can't.
No,
I need food.
I need food when I need food. I will forget that I need food though for hours,
Till
and then
it's like, but I need it right now or I'm gonna hit the
yeah,
floor. Yeah.
till I get hangry. Oh, I was greeting the Howie. That's what I was doing, and then my mind
Oh,
just
oh.
went into like Blankville. It's like, hi, Howie. Merry Christmas.
I'm reflecting on this last, I don't know, 25 days.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I feel like I gotta do something differently next year. I kind of felt rushed at the end or not
Right.
where I needed to be at a certain day.
Mhm.
I really like want to rein in what matters. What's the magical number of this item? Did
Right.
we look at the lights enough? We
Mm.
squeezed in as many times as we could. The kids were kind of getting sick of it, but I wanted to go look at the lights. It's a funny
Yeah.
time where some might fall asleep and then you have
Mm.
to wake them up to bring them in and then now they're awake for another
Right.
not when they're supposed to be, dialing in the recipes. I had to remake all my cookies, guys.
Yes, she
Every
did.
single one went flat. I didn't have
Right.
enough flour, or
Oh,
there was an over mixing, or something went bad,
Well,
like a
the one
baking soda
was you
was
found
bad.
out was the peanut butter the culprit in that one? Did you have to go and get peanut butter that didn't?
Everything points to I didn't have enough flour.
Oh,
Like, when
okay.
I got
That'll
the
do it.
scale out and I did
Yeah.
per gram, they all were fine. But you know what else was
Okay.
different? The
What?
first round, I put it in the fridge overnight and baked it
Oh,
the next day. Where this time I put it in the freezer for 30 minutes. I set a timer. And
yeah.
after that 30 minutes, it went to the hot oven and they were perfect.
That's so wild.
And then you like flat cookies, Mike's?
I do
And then the
too.
sugar cookie thing where we
Yeah.
actually rolled it out and then froze it and then cut them
Yeah.
frozen was
Genius.
really nice because then they
Yeah.
didn't like, "Mrr,"
Right.
you
And
know?
makes it so it's a little tougher to get them in, but we use the rolling pin to even roll the cutter into that frozen
Mhm.
dough, and it was so much easier to deal with the cookies didn't break as you're transferring them,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
great.
So new citrus, what?
Mhm. What you get?
Oh, Gears, come on, man. We're gonna go out tonight and eat together because this all sounds so good.
Yeah, my daughter would love some chicken tenders.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
goodness.
I wouldn't mind some seasoned fries. But also with everybody talking about the stomach flu, I don't wanna go out anywhere right now and eat at any place after that.
So to get our bodies ready for a stomach flu season, I
Yeah.
feel like our elderberry is on the list.
Mhm.
Just taking that every day.
Right. Howie's here now. He would have some ideas too.
And then once you have, like, what can we put in our cabinets to be ready for when we get the stomach flu?
Right.
Some people are saying they couldn't even keep water down, and we
Mhm.
spoke about the electrolytes. What are we talking about? Egg?
I
One
guess
extra egg?
booze is out of the question.
Right.
Yeah, not even a tincture at that point.
Right.
An
I
extra
do
egg when you
wonder.
bake? Okay, Mike. I
Make it
like that.
fluffy
Right. Or it holds it
and it holds it together.
together.
Oh, it's because the eggs are smaller too. Now he's saying
That's what he said,
why.
yeah. And then eggs are $4 a dozen in my land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that everywhere? Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was not okay. Not okay.
Yeah, they were misquote. I don't know where they're going in Florida to look at our egg prices, but they were misquoting some egg prices. I was like, I don't pay that. Like, and I go and
No,
I get good eggs. Like they were, I don't know.
no, the 339 over here at the Dollar Market, the Dollar General
Yeah,
Market.
they're not cheap. That's for sure anymore.
It's not
And
99
then,
It's better
cents
than
anymore.
Walmart.
Yeah.
and then, they're having the stuff go around that the chickens are getting sick again. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
going to go up again.
I had boiled a bunch of eggs because my husband wanted deviled eggs. And then he goes, "Don't make them because I can't travel with them. We don't have a carrier, so like they're for home." And so now
Yeah.
they're still just sitting in my fridge. So I
Oh,
don't know
I'll
if
eat
we're,
them.
you
you gonna eat them
reminded
for
me.
me, Barry? Because it's stressing me out.
I have 6 boiled eggs I forgot about. Thank you for the reminder.
And so,
I was
Because
I
I
mean,
was going to make, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I was going to make some. I didn't have the ingredients. I just had the eggs. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, like mayo mustard. Is that what it is? Mayo mustard
Mm.
for
egg
yeah,
yolk?
I
I don't
use
eat them. I don't
Paprika.
eat
I've
deviled
got
eggs.
paprika. I've
yeah,
got the eggs. I didn't have
paprika.
anything
Or
else.
you can use a seasoned salt. I use
So
that
Mhm.
slap you
So it's
mama.
like, well, I could introduce my kids to hard-boiled eggs again, which never goes well, but maybe someone will like it, and then make because I don't like that either. I don't like a hard-boiled egg.
Right. But the stuff that's in that um the pill that you're talking about, like marshmallow tea is good to have, things like that that'll keep your gut sealed. Like leaky gut is a big part of that too.
Well, right, dear. I suggested that, and he goes, "Well, I don't know if anyone there is going to eat that." And knowing the people I was around, none of them, I don't think, eat deviled eggs anyways. So it would,
Oh,
the risk of temperature, like I want it served
true.
over ice. I want it
Yeah.
cold, and then transporting it. I still have all the stuff. Like I made pistachio marshmallow fluff, and chicken dip with crimped bread, and we brought ice cream sandwiches. Like I had a bag full
Do
already.
tell.
We did a lot.
Damn, I live
We
in the wrong
exchanged
state.
pictures back and forth to
Yeah.
encourage one another. Keep going.
Right.
You got
Which
it.
so now, I haven't put much thought into how I wanna implement this, Carol, but
Mhm.
some way, somehow, we will motivate more than us possibly, to kinda get a different mindset on how to grocery shop, how to make a meal plan, what we could
Yeah,
be eating and should be eating
that goes into
coming
that
up.
live. Yeah, that's the live that I have coming up
Okay,
about
great.
amino
Everyone, you hear
acids.
that? The next
Yeah,
live with South Florida
yeah,
Sunshine. We gotta be there.
yeah. Preparing our diets, especially for exercise. Like if we were gonna start exercising and moving our muscles need amino acids and diets that help support that. And that goes into the grocery shopping. But I like what Howie said about he eats a lot from his food forest. He buys
Before
local, like yeah, and he keeps sick people out of his house. He
I love
screens
the I
sick.
screened visitors.
Yeah,
You can do that, guys.
yeah.
You
If
can
you're
tell
home,
them
yeah.
no,
Thank you,
okay?
Miss Sharon. Yeah, that should be
Richard,
Friday. Mhm.
my great aunt, like in 2 days, we're talking?
No, yes.
Okay.
I have it, but I don't have it. Like I have it
Yeah,
set aside. I had already pre-planned it, but
okay.
I got to do all the other things.
My great aunt Evelyn's cookies were famous. Aunt Evie's
Do gooey,
do
Oh,
gooey
douche gooey, douche
cookies
gooey means you.
doji means you could throw them and kill someone with them. Had to soak them in a cup of tea. I thought you were gonna say rum till the tea
Oh.
was cold to eat. What?
Sounds like a survival food. That sounds like what
it's
is
like
that?
pemmican or something.
Yeah, not the I think the pemmican is that the
Well,
meat? That's the
if
meat
I
one.
type that in, is it gonna give me the recipe?
That's wild. They probably I wonder if they stretch back though to the day when you traveled long distances and it was more like a survival cookie.
Okay, it's in a bunch of different languages, but then right here it says baked bread or cake. Translation is actually dead throw. The bread is so heavy you could kill someone if you throw it at them.
It's hilarious.
What is the recipe? Okay, I don't know. What's
That's
this?
assuming you
Link.
have a really good throwing arm.
You have a treadmill, Ann? Don't start now. Your muscles aren't okay at all.
Yeah,
Oh,
You've been
don't.
good
sick.
tip. Good tip, Howie. Yes,
21
Miss
days?
Sharon.
Oh my god, I need to stay home for 21 days.
I
Tired
know.
of hardly walking. I'm doing good. Losing water on my legs. Think of walking on the mill would help it faster. Um, and what's that water in your legs called?
Edema.
Edema.
Good losing
I
water.
grew up with Southern cooking. Woman learned the tricks. Food for Forest Permaculture says some gifts of cakes, cookies, and homemade treats was fantastic, but in the freezer with a lot. So it kills the germs? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Students gave me lots of homemade food, so in the freezer.
Oh, the lymphoedema.
I thought it was because then you don't eat it all in one day, but wow, kills the germs? Thank you for that fun fact.
Yeah. Yeah, hardtack. That was the one I was thinking of, Richard. The other one is pemmican is the meat one.
Hardtack. Okay, yeah.
Hardtack. I couldn't think of the name.
I've heard of that.
I bet it smells great in your house, Mike. I knew that about bugs, so it makes sense because you put your
Right.
flowers in your freezer to kill any possible little eggies of like weevils and things like that, especially if you're buying organic. These are not supposed to be spraying crap out of that
Wow.
stuff. Yeah.
Part of me is like, I want to come up with a new cookie for my family, which I have a book that
Yeah.
kind of walks you through how to do that. It's a really cool cookie book. But then part of me is like, why are you making everything harder, Shawnee?
Yeah.
Just
Right.
make what's known to be good.
And what
Yeah.
about just
And
soaking your feet with Epsom salts? It might feel good, like some warm water with Epsom salts if you have it. Might help detox it a bit.
like, when
And
can she even drink lemon water with her stomach like that?
ew,
Not,
yeah,
probably
yeah,
not.
it's
It's
not
the
some
broth only.
it's the broth only, yeah. Aw, bless you. I'm researching it because I need to do the same thing because that medication, I didn't realize being on it for so many years, I didn't know a side effect was it can break down the proteins in your muscles and basically can kill your kidneys in the worst case scenario. But also causes muscle atrophy, which makes sense. It's probably why, like going down in a squat, I have such a hard time getting up. It's ridiculous.
You have an edema pill, Anne?
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are always fun because then you have to get up and go pee like a lot. Another thing that I don't know if you drink coffee in the morning, Anne, but cacao, like using cacao instead of coffee is something I'm looking into, but like the cacao instead of it processed, the bean, it like cacao nibs. If you put cacao nibs in a smoothie, that it's a natural diuretic. So is artichoke hearts. Artichoke hearts in your salad, natural diuretic.
Massive windstorm,
Oh,
says Howie.
be
Hunker down,
careful.
dude.
That must be what is is that what's doing all that to the coast of California too?
What's going on over there?
Is it Santa Monica? They lost like a big portion of their hold on, let me think it was Santa Monica.
I haven't heard. I haven't been
The
online.
Santa Monica, I think it was the Santa Monica Pier. One of the piers out there collapsed. Like part of the whole pier collapsed, and people were on it.
Oh,
Thankfully, not a
oh,
lot.
oh. Okay.
Yeah, it was the
Not good.
Santa Monica Pier.
Okay.
Two people were rescued, and one was able to swim back. But yeah, partial pier collapse in California leaves pieces floating in the ocean. It was huge waves, like 25-foot swells, and I learned how to. I wouldn't say I learned. I practiced, tried surfing in 6 to 8 foot swells. I might as well just hopped into a washing machine. It's really rough.
What?
25 is can't imagine.
Gear, Oreos I really loved and they make me sick.
Yeah,
So if I buy them, I can't stop eating them and they make me sick, so I can't buy them.
right. I know. I bought
Coffee all
some.
day is probably not good.
That's definitely not
Have
good.
you tried the Hydrox version of Oreos?
What's that? How do you
Well,
spell that?
it's just a different. It's a different bakery.
I
It's
tried
called
Simple
Hydrox.
I tried Simple Mills and it was too healthy.
No, these aren't.
Oh, hmm.
Trust me, they're not a healthy version of Oreos. But
Oh,
Miss
okay.
Sharon, how does that work that it causes you to retain fluid when it's a diuretic? Is it when you're coming off the caffeine that you end up retaining more because your body is just afraid that you're losing too much? Because I know, like, when I was a heavy coffee drinker, I was like peeing all the time.
No, I've never seen this package, Barry.
they're harder
Yeah,
to find for some reason.
different
Well,
brand.
what's her face made her own Oreo cookies, and I should just be like
Yes.
her.
Yeah. Acre. What is it? Acre Homestead or Acre?
I want to say it's Acre Homestead. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just watched her
she's
do her
cutie
Christmas.
patootie.
Yeah.
Talk about her and the Honey's Dead. Both of them, I think, are nurses. It's like, come on, you're already nurses. Now you got to have this really
Oh,
successful channel.
she was a hygienist and doesn't do
Oh,
that
is she
anymore.
hygienist? Okay.
She has a
Still, they make
keto.
great money. Hygienists make good money too. Like, gotta come over here and clean house on YouTube. Also,
Well, a lot of people have too much caffeine in their day. Like you shouldn't have caffeine, but if you're addicted to it, you can't just stop having it.
huh? That's so weird. Oh, I know because it's probably taxing your kidneys, and then, yeah, your kidneys are having a hard time, and that's what's causing the edema. Which makes sense. I'll have to look into that now, Miss Sharon. You got me. I'm gonna, yeah, research that a bit.
Gear, you should go for the water, sir. Go get some water.
Yeah, I just downed 8 ounces of water. You could do it, Gear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just slam it.
not soda. That's liquid candy, Gear. Call it what it is. Liquid candy.
Oh, Anne.
Oh no, and that's bad. I wonder if those earbuds that they keep showing on YouTube would work for you, Anne, that have like
Does it translate?
Yeah, it
Oh,
supposedly has an AI translator. I don't know if it's for real
what?
or not. I want to see people try them out first.
Man, somebody in my family has hearing aids now, and they said all they could hear was the wrapping paper. They
Oh,
couldn't focus on the people.
yeah,
That made me feel bad.
that is. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, I want to get the earbuds. That's what I was gonna say. My brother sent me Christmas money. I want to get Apple earbuds, and now they have the one where you can like use them as a hearing aid. Yep.
Okay, so sugar feeds mold, yeast and fungus inside you, so no sugar at all for Howie. I ate some of the Purity chocolates as they are very low in sugar. I eat out. If I eat out or store-bought food, I get sick.
Oh,
Well, all of us
yeah.
should really
How do you
stop
have a
that.
mold? Like, did you have mold exposure? Because I know I did in this house when we first bought it, and we ripped out a lot of stuff. I mean, I wore respirators and everything, but I still had it. And I felt much better on the Candida cleanse, which is not eating sugar and cleansing the yeast and funguses.
Well, much as I hate not having a vehicle, there is something good that comes out of that because I'm not tempted to,
Yeah.
I want Hardee's or something like that, and
True.
just get in the car and go.
Right.
But that's the only good thing that
Yeah.
comes out of not having your own vehicle.
Because they don't deliver to your area, huh? Like the DoorDash?
They do, but I mean,
I know that there's a price to pay for that. So that's where I need to get off that order delivery food thing.
Well, I did order extra groceries when my brother sent my Christmas money. I was like, we'll just do this, and it gave me a little extra time to fix Christmas dinner because we just had shrimp cocktail, and I got smoked fish dip, and I got some crab legs and made that shrimp and crab salad. And we actually got to have it's like a fisherman's feast, like the Italians do it for Christmas.
Okay.
I've always wanted to kind of do it, but we, you know, my husband's kind of very budget conscious too. So I was like, this one's on me. We can do it. From my brother.
If I wrote a meal plan to just eat what's in my house, that would be very smart for the new year. But
Yeah.
I get like cravings or ideas, or my kids are like, well, I want this, that, and the other thing, and it's something we ran out of.
Right.
Where if I really honed in on, well, we are not buying like Three Rivers Homestead and her challenge, right?
Mhm.
You just eat what you have on hand to get through your preserved foods.
Right. But then I worry about something happening in the midst of your eating all the way through your preserved foods. Like you should be
Mhm.
rotating them, using a rotational method anyway.
Mhm.
And that concerns me that all of a sudden something would happen as I'm eating down my stock.
I hear you. We eat fresh produce mostly about 4 years now, no processed food, but the other day I was so in the mood for junk food and ordered some. Huge mistake. Right, yeah, it tasted horrible.
Is that what got you sick, Ann? Maybe? Ordering in that food?
Well, that would have only lasted like 12 hours, and she's on like day 3, so it's a bug.
No, yeah, but I mean, is that when you got sick after getting the food? Like, did
Okay.
you maybe catch it from
Richard says, I learned to make my own coffee. The seeds of trees indigenous to Africa can be used for making coffee. Spent a lot of time in the bush.
Which tree is that, Richard? Because we have one too that's a bush that they use as a substitute for coffee.
The seeds of trees. Okay,
Yeah.
which trees? Got it. Because the only thing close to that in my land in Minnesota is like your dandelion root, washed, dried, roasted, ground into powder, poured hot water over, filter. That is the closest I can create that might be coffee like. But there's no caffeine in that, right? So maybe I can't say it's even close.
Yeah, I heard
I
that
can't
they
grow.
pass those things on.
So you don't have.
We're made up of those things too, and bacteria.
Every single earthling has mold, yeast, and fungus passed on from your fathers, and you cannot avoid it.
Yeah. I just wondered by the way that you reacted, but it's because your diet's so clean and it's that other food just isn't.
He has a weakened immune system too.
Yeah, that's true too.
2 weeks ago is the thing.
Oh, okay. No, that's probably not it. Yeah, I have a coffee plant, but it needs to be put into the ground somewhere, and that soil has to be a little bit more acidic, and we just do not have acidic.
Okay, so thank you all. It is 2 hours. Thank you all for spending this Christmas night with me and talking about some plants and some stuff and what's on our mind. Quickly, Howie says chicory is great coffee. Chicory?
I was about to ask you that. I couldn't think of it. Thank you,
Bitter.
Howie.
They put it in.
Do you have chicory in Minnesota?
I think we do. I'm putting it on
it's in abundance here. I could just pull some out next spring and send it to you.
The baobab, you were able to get some of that? I thought I'm seeing it more and more. Before it was a protected tree. I know a lot of that forest that you all had of the huge baobab trees, the people just needed to eat so bad and they needed wood that they started chopping down the ancient baobab trees. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool, Richard, that you can make coffee out of those trees.
It does.
So, yes, thank you all. Have a good evening. I'll see you all in all the other places we hang out together, of course.
Yes. See you guys Friday night, hopefully for Friday.
We're going to see everybody on Friday. Yes, that's right. Learn as you grow, everybody.